everyone. So let's talk mop. How many of you out there are still using like a Swiffer or even a Shark? Waste of disposable replacement pads, because the Norwex mop pads, and there's 5 different ones, we're going to show you all of them, they'll last you forever. Telescopic handle, so it adjusts to the height that you want it. You want the ball about chin height. And a little ball, great for scuff marks. So think of it like a giant eraser. Also has a little locking mechanism, and I know it's a little tricky to see here, but this little thing goes up and goes down. You want your mop to swivel and do a 180 as you're doing regular mopping, 360 all the way around. But when you're doing windows or walls or maybe your ceiling, you will want to snap that down, and then it can only go back and forth. So we've got first dry mop pad. So dry mop pad, I'm going to give it a little shush back and forth. You're going to notice that and I step on mine to get it going. The mop head, the mop base is shorter than your mop pads. So that's for a couple different reasons. Number one, you don't want to nick any furniture, etc. But you can also put the mop pad all on one end and do baseboards. When you first use your dry mop pad, just give it a little rub back and forth, just like you would your dust mitt. Gives it a little bit of static charge, makes it grab all that minute little particles and dust and crumbs and whatever is on your floor. And I had somebody at a party recently say, well, when I go back and forth, sometimes the mop base flips. You don't want to go back and forth with this. You want to go in a figure 8. I don't know if you can see me, but we got doing this at the party. I told her, put on some music and you'll see my hips start going. And you're going to be able to go around and around. So think figure 8, meaning your mop base and your mop pad are going to grab everything in that area. So again, I said go off to one side. If I were to do my baseboards, this part can flip up and dust along the baseboard. So one last thing you got to do if you can, use your mop. Now, and it all attaches just with Velcro. Super easy, super quick. Wet mop base. You can take it to the sink and you can wet it and you can wring it out to dry. But I've always found that is a little too wet and my hands aren't strong enough to get all the excess water. So that's where I like to grab my spray bottle, give it a spritz, back and forth, and then I've got a large kitchen, all open area that I need to add water as I'm going. So I'll keep that spray bottle close by and I'll keep spritzing. Let's say my floors are extra dirty. Somebody walked in with muddy footprints, they dried overnight, and I need a little added UPP, Ultra Power Plus, the laundry detergent. I put it in a salt shaker, real cheap, go to the dollar store. You can sprinkle a little on, or you can dilute it in a spray bottle. Half a teaspoon in 7 ounces of water will just give you a little boost for extra dirty floors. I don't like my wet mop pad too wet, because in my opinion, it just gets a little harder to move. So if you're still doing the old bucket and mop, definitely get rid of that, because this just does a better job. Because so much of the water is already wrung out of it, it dries super fast. So love that wet mop pad. Now you can see I've got a lot of tile in my kitchen dining area. Tile mop pad. Perfect again for, the best part for me is near my garbage can. So I don't know, everybody misses whatever they're throwing out. Not me. Anyway, sticky, stuck on, grease, etc., especially by my stove. After I've done cooking and I've got all the little splatters and they're all over the floor, Just gets that sticky, greasy feel. Get the tile mop pad, and the lighter green are the softer microfiber, and then that darker, like royal blue running through has a little bit of scratchiness to it, a little bit of texture, meaning this just has a little extra scrubbing power. So it's perfect for around my stove, around the garbage, and I do the whole floor, usually about once, maybe once a month, maybe more, depending on, usage. So the tile mop pad just gets my floors extra scrubby. Same thing, I wet it with a spray bottle and use a little UPP if it's really dirty. How about fur babies? We don't have any, but hair. I shed a ton, and so does my fur husband. Oh yeah, lots of hair in this house. When I had all 4 kids and my daughters had the long hair, holy moly, would we have hairballs everywhere, even with no pets. So chenille mop pad, it just has the nubbies like you have on the chenille towel, yet it picks up just larger particles and hair like crazy. So if you got any shedders in the house, this one's a must. Chenille mop pad. Last but not least, and I'll post a video with this one too, is the window mop pad. We have a big bay window, we have a beautiful view, but there's times, especially at the end of winter, where it just gets filthy, needless to say. So I'll go out with the wet mop pad, get it wet, scrub them babies down, and then follow it up with the window pad, and it just sparkle and shine. So you love your window cloth on your mirrors and your glass and windows. It's perfect, the window mop pad, to polish up those hard to reach spots where you can reach them with the telescopic mop handle. So inside windows, same thing. And outside, you got large mirrors. So I don't know if you got a huge mirror, that'll also work for that as well. So the mop, the number one reason why most people will host a party is to either earn it for free or greatly discounted, because it's pricey, yet once you own it, it's yours for good. Same with the mop pads. You'll just keep using it over and over and over and never have to buy a thing. You've got water, little tiny bit of UPP if you need it, and you're just good to go. So love, 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 super sturdy. It'll last you decades. It'll be the only mop you ever need. Okay, happy floor cleaning.